in this lecture, we will do example, find the equation of hyperbola in the figure. That means the picture of the hyperbola is given. Okay, so what we like to do is we want to find out the equation. Okay, now here are the steps. We see the vertex, two vertices. The right hand side is 6, 0. Then it gives me A. Okay, because the center is at the origin. Okay, so you see this one, that's the vertex. That's the vertex. Okay, here was 5, here is 6. So 6, 0, then it gives us A. And the focal points here is at 10. Okay, then we will have a C0 or 10, 0. So C is then 10. Okay, so you may write, if you want, you may write 10, 0 here, and here you may write 6, 0. Okay, so then you have A is 6, C is 10. Now you got to remember this one in hyperbola, which is A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Okay, now you have AC, A is 6, and then C is 10. You plug in, you can find out B. That's easily to find. You see here 6 squared is 36, 100 squared, and 10 is squared is 100. So B squared has to be 64. Okay. And then you have a B is 8, because A squared is 64. Now, if you have a B, you have an A, then you should be able to write down the equation, because forces and vertices, we already know where they are. That's on x-axis. So the coefficient in front of x squared should be positive. And A is 6, B is 8. So that will be A squared, 6 squared, down on denominator for x squared, and B is 8, so 8 squared minus 4 y squared. Or you may write x squared over 36 minus y squared over 64 equals 1. And this is the final answer. And here you can see clearly A may not be greater than B. Okay. Yeah. Here in hyperbola is which one is positive? Which one down below on the denominator will be A. Okay. Now let's look at another example. Another example is also picture is given like this. You have the foci. One is negative 2, 1. That's this one. Another is negative 2, 5. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have foci. Okay. And you have a center is negative 2, 3. You see 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. That's the center. And you are given also vertices. And here is negative 2, negative 2. And we write it. You probably can see that. Negative 2, negative 2. Okay. And here down is negative 2, negative 4 for this point. So you locate the center. That's important. Okay. So let me write down here. The center is -2, -3. Okay. Now, then you have what's the value for A? A is the distance between the center and the vertex, and in this case A is 1. Okay, and B, what is the distance? B we don't know, but we know C. C is what? C is the distance between center and the focal point. In this case, C is 2. We also know A squared plus B squared is C squared. So we then have a 1 squared plus B squared is 2 squared. This is basically says that 1 plus B squared is 4, because 2 squared is 4. So then it gives us B squared is 3, or B is radical 3. We really don't need B value B, we just need B squared. Okay. Now, without shifting, you may write without shifting, then the graph will be with the equation like what? Well, x squared over something, y squared over something equals 1, that's for sure. And in this case, you know, the two branches are in vertical direction, so then we know the negative sign is in front of x, and here is positive sign. Okay, and whoever is positive, whoever is A, then we know what? Then we know 1 squared goes to here, and then 3 is B squared, so 3 goes to here. This is the picture without shifting. Now the center is right here. So then the equation of the shifted graph is what? Is x minus -2, so that's plus 2 squared over 3, plus y minus -3, that's plus 3 over 1 equals 1. Okay, and this then will be our solution for this one. Okay. Yeah. So this will be the final answer. Okay. Y plus 3 squared over 1 plus negative x plus 2 squared over 3 equals 1. Okay, so next time we'll do more examples. Okay, I'll see you next time.